So I watched this movie called Coming to America 2 with Eddie Murphy, Arsenio Hall, James Earl Jones. Well, I wouldn't even consider him. Wesley Snipes, uh, uh, what's that lady named Jones, and some other characters. The premise is really basic, and the really upsetting part is that they could have done a lot more to this concept of a story. I mean, it's so easy to come up with like he have a long lost son and travel back to America. But even with that, when they came back to America to be his son, they really didn't do much in there. I expect something like, okay, Prince Key, go back to America. His son probably like, show him the ropes. So he honestly believe that that's his biological son or something like that. But, instead, they, showed that he's rich, so they took him back to, uh, what's that dude there? Eddie Murphy's home in Wakanda, that Wakanda. Zamuda. So, um, the concept, Eddie Murphy got like three daughters. The oldest daughter supposed to be married to Wesley Snipes' son, uh, which don't look that like hell. Uh, overall the story was, dull. It was just dull. They had a few scenes that made me chuckle a little bit. And one character I was really surprised who was in here was the McDowell guy, John Amos. I was surprised he actually still alive, to be honest, but he looks good for a guy his age. I give him that. He looks good. And Louis Anderson. And people say, who I talk about Louis Anderson? He's the white guy in the McDowells. He was from the first one too. Yeah, that's Louis Anderson. Y'all know he did a cartoon back in the '90s called Life of Louis. So he's a comedian, and yeah, no one will ever mention him. So I'm bringing him up. So score 1 point for me. But yeah, the story I only watched it once, so I'm just remembering it from like a week ago about it. So, but it's not really worth watching twice. You know, is they actually like played it safe. Because they could have got a lot farther with some of the stuff they could say. But they played it safe. Some of the CG graphic effects look very fake and noticeable. But I understand that. I mean, overall, it's supposed to be a comedy, which is understandable. But at least make the story a little bit more captivating. I mean, it was just you know bad writing. I mean, the actors seem good. I mean, they're good actors, great actors. But I expected like more, I guess, more essence for what the first one was, which they tried to use the first one for, you know, nostalgia, so people can remember, you know, the old film from the new one. So like the littlest scenes, just from the facial reactions for the two twins who rap to the woman who bark and bounce like a dog. She even had the same outfit on too. That was hilarious. Like she ain't got nowhere for like 30 years doing that. Yeah, they could have got a lot farther with that joke right there. I mean that right there has got me. I never thought they were gonna do something like that. That was one that was funny. So and they could have gone more with that joke, except for like just her barking. I mean, I don't know. They could have got a lot further. I never seen the Hakeem's wife's sister in this one. I haven't seen her unless I missed something. I guess she didn't want to be part of this again. The Soul Glow guy over the Jury Curls. I think he didn't want to be in this film, but I mean, it's a movie. A lot of people don't want to do it. That's dope. So Anyway, the movie sucked anyway, so he probably walked away happy. But another one, Cuba Gooding Jr. The way I thought that, yeah, he was in the first one. Yeah, go back watch the first one. Cuba Gooding Jr. was in that movie. He was one of the people in the barber seat getting his haircut. That was him. But no one will talk about that. And last but not least, Samuel L. Jackson. It'd be just funny, just give him just like one quick scene and that's it. I mean, seriously, like anywhere could like call Samuel L. Jackson to do like a quick little scene, man. That would be hilarious. Yeah, man, they should have done that. That would at least be something, you know. But what else in that movie? Oh, they had that scenes with the sticks, which was the scene with him fighting with the daughters was cute. But the thing is, they could have done more with that. You know, that could have been more epic, especially with Wesley Snipes with weapons, man. You know, he's a martial arts expert. Oh man, they missed out on that. That right there, they could have done a lot more. Even though not Wesley Snipes is older, but I know he still got the moves for it, man. He not that old. He's probably what his late 50s, maybe. I don't know, but yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just think it's just bad writing. They just try to milk money from nostalgia, but it'll have their own stand. And they do have their own stand. It is very weak and dull. The character who's Akeem's son, he was pretty cool. He's from DC. Shout out, you know. I mean, honestly like for what he had got as far as his script, he played his part. You know, I expected more as far as him. Uh, but he played his part. Leslie Jones, she was good. I actually think she was good in that film. Like some of the jokes were a little corny. I think she could kind of like light her up a little bit as far as her overdoing some jokes. I think she'll be a lot better and go more fluid as her as a character in that film. But she was great. She was good. She was good. Yeah. Uh, what's that dude? Tracy Morgan. Yeah, he was cool as what his character is. I like him in the deal with Arsenio Hall's character, Simi. They were funny. I mean, they could have gone a lot further with their jokes. Like, I mean, I will, and Arsenio Hall, I will say some real mean things to African Americans. I mean, I'll keep it cutthroat for real, man. But I mean, I'm talking about shock value. That's what I think of a Simi should be, but like smooth, like a smooth dude. Like 1980s Arsenio Hall smooth. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, but he was okay. Tracy Morgan. The three daughters, they didn't really had that much stage play. I mean, they played their part. The oldest daughter, she played what the character she's supposed to be, like a strong, black female, which is very presentable. Kind of reminds me of Wakanda when I see her. Well, yeah, she was good. The mother, of course, played by the other, same lady for the first one. I forgot her name. But she did her part. You know, and think about a character like that in that type of setting of a movie, who becomes a princess. At 30 years or three kids, what her mindset would be. So that kind of goes in with her character, which is cool. Which is cool. Uh, but let's talk about with James Earl Jones. Now, the way how they did James Earl Jones, spoilers. I'm gonna put spoilers in the title, so just bear with me. But spoilers, he died. uh, he died so dumb and bad writing again, bad writing. I mean, he was gonna have a basically a theater of him about to die. But yeah, and then I'm thinking like he could have gone a lot further as his character. I mean, he was like terrible, terrible at that. Like James Earl Jones. I mean, as far as his first character, I know he not really the main character. He was like basically a support character. But even his character as a support character, I mean, he could like that's a little better than that, you know. But as far as being a comedy, I accept that. But I could have done something a little better as a comedy than that. I think that was just bad writing again. Uh, who else? They brought that guy back from She's Your Queen to Be. Uh, he's the oh man, that's an epic character right there. He's like he just known for that. I forgot he was known. I think he was on a show back in the '70s. I forgot what the name was. I don't know, but yeah, he was cool. Who else I'm missing? Well, talk about our studio. No, not our studio. Eddie Murphy's character. You know, I think some parts he just like felt like he just being lazy with it. But I understand that. It's such to play on the nostalgia. I know some scenes he do his part. But I think the more so, I think he really let out was when he played his other characters like the Barber Man, Sexual Chocolate guy, the Jewish guy. I think those characters he actually put some effort to it. To that, in my opinion, I think they should have said something like, "How y'all still look the same over 30 years?" They should have said something like, "How old are y'all now?" That would be funny. But I get that though. That's just that humor of this show. Uh, to see how Hakeem and Simi, first Hakeem and Simi met Leslie Jones' character back in the day, how they did the CGI stuff. Uh, thought that was okay. Uh, I thought it was okay. Just like it's funny, But I thought that was cool because that was like one of the main parts of the first one, that scene. So I get that. Um, what else? What else? Oh, they had Michael Blackson in there. He could have been a lot better. As his character, Michael Blackson. Um, and a lot funnier. I think him and Simi should went at it. Him and Tracy Morgan should got at it, and him and Wesley Snipes should got at it. As far as just back talking to each other, that would be just hilarious, hilarious. I'd say they missed out on that too. Seriously, man, like they missing out on stuff, man. Like this would have been a lot funnier. I mean, a hell of a lot funnier. I mean, they could talk about technology. They could talk about like the things that happened over the '90s. The early 2010s. I mean, they missed out on a lot of this in this movie. But yeah, that's my thoughts of the film. So, do you have any comments or thoughts or y'all think about the Coming to America too? Just leave it in my comment section. And yeah, so this is Waddy for Gamerbloo. Gamerbloo review, first one. I'm gonna try my best to do some more. Yeah, I'm not really a talker, so I'm trying to articulate more. So I thought about doing stuff like this, better myself as far as talking and communicating. On the other side of things, I have my own business. I do graphic design, web development, illustrations. I'm just a guy just trying to make a living, man, and do something I like doing. You know, and that's all I can really say, man. So yeah, thank you, everyone. I got 110 subscribers, man. My goal is to reach 1,000. So Yeah, like what y'all see, man, please hit the subscribe button. And there's gonna be merchandise coming soon and some more things. So yeah. Thank you everyone and take care. Peace.